Hello and welcome everyone to the first round of the VPC season in 2024. It's time for the first qualifying session for race 1 here in Silverstone for the first ever race in VPC. We have now 7 seconds to go until the lights are green for the first qualifying session, and I'm very interested who will be the fastest for this session, as nobody of the 30 drivers have experience in qualifying sessions in GT cars, as I know. And we see the first cars driving out. I think Douglas Bacon is the first one, as we can see him here right now. The American, I think he's 42 years old, American, racing for McNair Automotives, a new team in the FVA. In the preseason testing, he was quite comfortable with the car. Wasn't the fastest driver, but wasn't the slowest. So I think he's gonna finish in mid-table somewhere for this race or this qualifying session. To say, let's see how he can do in his first run on the Silverstone Grand Prix layout. Most of the drivers are already out. Still some in the garage. Kinneman and Beckenbauer are now out on track, trying to set their fastest laps. As we can see, the current order is how the preseason test, or not more, the practice session has ended for Silverstone. So the older drivers like Kinneman, Wagner and Beckenbauer were on the top 3 positions. So the chances for them to finish on pole are pretty high. As we can see now, we have here John Madsen in the beautiful looking Plus Ultra Racing car in the blue and red styled livery. John Madsen, I will be quite surprised if he will beat Elroy Wagner in his first session. The French didn't have the greatest performance last year, especially in the half of the year he had with SRG. Quite disappointing for him, to be honest, to finish behind Danilo Farini. But yeah, I think he's gonna perform quite well in VPC. All drivers have to find a way to get comfortable with the cars, because they're very tricky to drive, as I saw from practice and from the preseason testing. But now we will wait what John Madsen can do in his first run of the session. First sector is looking good. I think it's one of the faster times to set. We will just have a quick look down to Kinneman and Wagner, who was starting their lap in a few seconds, I think. But we will stay at John Madsen's car for the rest of the lap, I think. Last car did not drive out as Milkovic. I think he will try to get the clean air in the mid of the session to have, I think, a clean lap. But it will be quite interesting to see if he has a second run. But as we can see now, John Madsen finished in his second sector. Also purple, because nobody set the time yet. Braking here down to the chicane for the last few corners until he's finished his more than 2 minutes lap time. Douglas Bacon has finished his lap. He's gonna set a 2 minutes 9.333. Decent time. As we can now see John Madson's time, he's a bit far behind Bacon. I think it's like 3/10. Yeah, he's 0.226, currently on P2. Ledesma finishes in front of him. Yilmaz goes first with an excellent time of 08.9. Right now at the pole position. There we have Timo Kinnaman being blocked by one of the Porsche Motorsport drivers. I think that's Rosendo Werner. So I don't think he's gonna set the pole time right now. I think the last sector will be awful for his standards. Ethan Knight goes third fastest. And Timo Kinnaman, yeah, 4/10 slower on the last sector than Sami Yilmaz. So he only goes second with 2/10 down on Yilmaz. Then we have Elroy Wagner going purple in all sectors, so he's very surely gonna set the pole time for the session. Good corners there. Yeah, that's looking very good. I think he's gonna finish. He's gonna set the first lap on pole. It's a 2 minutes 08.5, and that's nearly half a second faster than Yilmaz and the rest of the field. So very good performance this early in the season from Elroy Wagner. He's gonna be a mighty force, I think, for the rest of the season to beat. Especially for the guys like Kinnaman and Adrian Simon, for example. There we have Spencer James, the best of the three Porsche Motorsport drivers. As we can see here, Ludwig and Werner in 23rd and 24th position, 2 seconds down on Elroy Wagner. Spencer James is gonna be the top 10, I think. It's the 2 minutes 09.5. Yeah, that's exactly position 10 right now, as we have still 13 minutes to go in this session. There's Nikolai Milkovic for his outlap. He's the last driver to set a lap time, or better to say, set a lap for his first run, as all the other drivers are already in the pits or still on their in-lap. Right now, there we have, yeah, Milkovic and Del Fuego. Sorry for that. Del Fuego hasn't set the lap time too. The rest of them have. So right now, Kirk Lazarus is slowest of them all. Del Fuego sets his lap time, goes 19th fastest with 1.582 seconds behind Elroy Wagner. Milkovic now down on the Hanger Straight, preparing for his first run of this session. We have yellow in sector 3, but only for a short time. I think that was in the pit entry. So yeah, speaking of Milkovic and for his first lap, the Campos car still has not a final livery, as this is their, let's say, provisional or their livery for the first round or maybe second round. They're still trying to figure out for their livery design and to find some sponsors, as this is getting pretty hard for the Spaniard team. So yeah, we're watching now Milkovic, I think for his first flyer, all the lap, as he's right now the only one to run. First sector 0.2 down on Wagner, so looking good for the Russian driver in the number 37 car from Campos. Right now, surprisingly, both Cadley cars of Yilmaz and Sharma in the top 8. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Sharma doing a pretty good job, but Sami Yilmaz an excellent job to sit in P2 right now. Even Knight 2, 5th position from him, excellent job. Beckenbauer a bit disappointing, only 9th, nearly a second down on Elroy Wagner. Thompson doing a pretty good job for Phoenix. Yeah, the rest of the field as expected. Stokey is a bit far behind. I think we will see a better lap time from him later in the session. But yeah, now all are waiting until the time for the second run. I think it's gonna be in like 2 minutes or something. But now we watch Nikola Milkovic finishing his first run this session. Second sector was half a second slower than Elroy Wagner's lap time. He will not go fastest. I think it will be top 15, and it will actually P11. So 2 minutes 09.5 from him, with a good last sector from him. Milkovic in P11, moving Spencer James to P12. This is Luke Stokey, as I spoke to from him earlier. Down in 24th, so I think we will see a better increase of performance from him in this session. Especially Luke Stokey and Douglas Bacon, who is currently sitting in P6, do have a massive job to do for the 2 single car entries of OSM and McNair. We will be quite surprised if they will finish ahead of one of the other teams with their 2 or 3 car entries. But we will see how it goes. Maybe one of the 2 can surprise us. We will see throughout the season a good and decent performance of them to finish higher than 12th or 13th in the team standings. That will be the target for both teams, to beat one of the multi-car entry teams. So I think we'll watch now Luke Stokey for his second run this session, as most of the other drivers are going out on their second run or on the outlap for their second run, as we've now crossed the 8-minute mark for the qualifying session. Luke Stokey started his run. Could be that 1.8 seconds is a bit slow. I think he got some traffic in his first lap. So that could be a reason why he's down so far. Don't think that will be his performance. He showed some good performances in the preseason testing, and he was quite consistent with his lap times. So first sector now 0.1 behind Elroy Wagner, who still sits in P1 with a massive gap of 0.4 seconds in front of Sami Yilmaz. So yeah, lovely shots from the OSM, the blue, white, red car. Now going down to Maggots and Beckett's. I think there could be a massive time gaining for him if he had traffic in his first lap. But that looks all very smooth. Could be a massive increase of time for the Briton. Yeah, that looks very, very good. And now nearly 3/10 down again for Luke Stokey on Elroy Wagner. So now I think it's gonna be 5th or 4th place for him when he gets the 3rd sector right, breaking down for the last few corners. For him, Luke Stokey, what's the time gonna be? only a few seconds for his time, for his lap. I think it's gonna be a very good time. It's gonna be a 2 minutes 009, and that's P3. So half a second down on Elroy Wagner, but still P3. Good job from the Britain for OSM. So both single car entries now in the top 10 right now, with Stokey on 3rd and Bacon on 7th place. As we watch now Tuomo Kimmonen, the Finnish driver for Team Dynaco in the very well-known Dynaco blue livery, better known as the King livery. I will be silent for a bit to hear the engine and the car. Oh, we switch. Okay, to Beckenbauer. I think he's gonna improve in time. Has one of the Phoenix cars in front. The onboards are looking very good for this year, I have to say. Especially all the liveries are looking very nice this year for the first season of VPC. So the designers did a great job with the liveries. Beckenbauer's finishing his lap is gonna be increased. It's 09.4. That's P9. So just under a second behind Elroy Wagner. So Luke Stokey is he again improving in his time? I think he is, because the first sector was better than his second run. Is he gonna increase? It will be a 08. Yeah, it will be a 08.9. So P2 for the Britain. Great job for the OSM driver. What's gonna be the time for Kinnaman? That's the question, because he is Elroy Wagner's closest competitor, I think. There he was, but it's P4. Yilmaz improves again, so Yilmaz doing a very good job. Very excellent job for Kately Racing in P2. Beckenbauer, is he improving again? Yeah, it's 1/10 behind Wagner for the first sector. So looking on the top 10 right now, it's Wagner on pole, on provisional pole. Behind that we have Yilmaz for Kately, Stokey, OSM, Kinnaman, Dynaco, Simon for ASM, Ethan Knight for Aqua Sports Car, Bacon for McNair, Ray Sharma for Kately Racing, Beckenbauer for GameTech, and Ledesma for the Vipera Corsa team in 10th place. I think we have an improvement there again. No, we don't. Okay. I think there was just a reload from the overlay. P11 right now, James Thompson, Madsen on position 12, Milkwood 13, James 14th. Okay, and Beckenbauer is coming into the pits, so I think he's done his job for the qualifying. So best will be a position 9 for the German driver from GameTech. Kinnaman is looking to very closely to beat Elroy Wagner as James Thompson goes to P2. So a very excellent job from the Phoenix driver. P2 in front of Yilmaz, Stokey, Kinnaman, all drivers. But can Kinnaman beat the time of Wagner? He can't. Goes fastest in the third sector, but was slower in sector 1 and 2. So very close between the Finnish and the German. Very close battle from them. As we saw Thompson there just for a few seconds. Now on P3 did an excellent job. Simon improves to P6. Elroy Wagner's teammate John Madsen still in P13, so not the best job from the French driver right now. Looking very slow compared to his teammate, but is he improving? I guess not. The second sector is a bit too slow to improve. We have just more than 20 seconds left for the qualifying session. John Madsen doesn't improve, so he has one more run left if he's gonna finish that. But it will be, if he's lucky, top 15 at least. Lesma improves to P12. Luca Lombardi doesn't finish his lap. 24th place for the Italian. Disappointing qualifying for him, but it's a learning phase, so he has still a lot of time to improve throughout this season. Sanke Moon improves to 26th place. Right now Kirk Letzer is the slowest of them all, with 2.3 seconds behind Elber Wagner. There's Stefan Kleen in P7, tries to improve, has a good run right now, especially the first sector was a good run, but he doesn't finish his lap and goes to the pits like all the others. I think we are finished for... No, or we don't, maybe. They are looking very quick, but I think they are going to the pits. Someone goes to the pits as well. So most of them are now going to the pits to finish that up, and then now the time is up. So we have the first pole setter of the season in Elroy Wagner from Plus Ultra, with Kinnaman in P2 and James Thompson in P3. Excellent job from the Phoenix driver. So we have now the final qualifying results. As I said, 1, 2, 3 are clear. James Thompson, excellent job for Phoenix to finish in P3. Then Sami Yilmaz in P4. Very good job from the Kately driver to finish in P4. Luke Stokey, P5. Adrian Simon in P6. First outing with the ASM. Decent job from the French driver. Stefan Kleen for Tenok. Good job. P7. P8. We have that. Karl Beckenbauer in P11. Jan Ledesma P12, Spencer James P13, John Madsen P14, Nikola Milkovic P15, Theo Sorensen 16, Chase Newfield 17, Dominic Hansen, Heike Westkiller and Yves Jacket rounding up the top 20 positions. In P21 we have Pablo Del Fuego, the second GameTech driver, Dmytro Kovalenko in P22, Diego Campos P23 for his own team, Luca Lombardi P24, Jake Oakley, the last of the Phoenix drivers, P25, Sanke Moon, Henry Ludwig, Rosendo Werner, double Porsche Motorsport line, Milan Stankovic 2 seconds behind Elber Wagner in P29, and Kirk Letzeris, the last driver to finish P30 for him. So yeah, that's it I think for the qualifying session, and we will see us in a short time for the first race of the 2024 Virtual Porsche Cup season. So now back to the race. A few seconds until we start the first race of the 2024 Virtual Porsche Cup season. 5 seconds until we go. 3, 4 and 5 lights. And lights are out. Away we go. First race of the 2024 season is underway. Kinnaman gets a great start off the line. Is now ahead of Elroy Wagner. Sami Yilmaz on the inside. Touches James Thompson, who loses a bit of space. Luke Stokey goes around the outside on the right. Elroy Wagner leads the pack in front of Timo Kinnaman, Sami Yilmaz, Luke Stokey and James Thompson. James Thompson goes around the outside of Stokey trying to get ahead of him. Now onto the third corner. Stokey and Thompson still alongside. Ethan Knight goes in front of Adrian Simon. James Thompson loses to Stokey. It's still a four-way fight. Sami Yilmaz, Kinnaman, Wagner up in front. No, nearly 2 seconds in front of Luke Stokey and James Thompson. Still alongside. Now Ethan Knight tries to go to the inside of James Thompson. Douglas Bacon tries to get his nose into Simon's side, but he cannot hold it. So Simon stays on 7th place. Thompson loses his position to Ethan Knight. So Knight in 5th, Luke Stokey in 4th place. What a start. So yeah, I think the first Elroy Wagner and Kinnaman already driving a bit of a gap to Sami Yilmaz. Yilmaz profited from the battle between Stokey and Thompson. Thompson, who lost now 3 positions, started from 3rd, now in 6th place. I can see Milkovic, Ledesma and Vaskila fighting on the end of the field, in the middle of the field. John Madsen falling back to 21st now, so he got a bit of a problem, I think, through the traffic down to the end of the grid. There we have them, Milkovic and now Pablo Del Fuego in the battle for 17th place. Very close. We can already see some damage for Theo Sorensen in the yellow Dynaco car and for Heikki Veskila in the Campos in 15th place. Be around the more like the dead end of the grid. So yeah, still a lot of ground to make up for the Frenchman in the Plus Ultra car. Right now, last points position is Dmytro Kovalenko, as we can see him there in the blue and white Kately Racing. Right now, all Kately Racing cars are in the points, so good performance for the team. Beckenbauer and Sharma, the only one in the midfield to stay in their positions. So everyone else moved up or down. Veskila gaining 4 positions. And a new fastest lap time from Elroy Wagner. After his very poor start, where we nearly thought Kinnaman would get ahead of him, but he got a better line, so first place for him. In front of Dynaco's Kinnaman, who's chasing Wagner yet now down to the second sector. There you can see the rest of the field. Now piling up behind Sami Yilmaz, who lost quite a few seconds, to be honest, after only 6 minutes of racing. Now nearly 5 seconds behind Kinnaman. There we have Pablo Del Fuego, 19th. Douglas Bacon lost some ground there, as you can see, 11th place, so he must have been pushed out in that corner. So yeah, that's very close, because Sami Yilmaz does not have the greatest pace in the race, so everyone is bunching up very closely. As you can see here now, there's like 10 cars inside 2 seconds. So this is great racing through Mackett's and Beckett's. All are waiting for a move from Luke Stokely to get past Sami Yilmaz. Question is he fast enough, or does he have the top speed to get past him? Back to Timo Kinnaman, who's still inside the 1 second of Elra Wagner. 6 seconds behind is Sami Yilmaz. This is the battle for the podium position. Now Adrian Simon very close on Luke Stokely's rear end, trying to make a move, but he stays behind him. There's Ethan Knight and James Thompson. Thompson and Clean alongside each other. Thompson with a lot of damage on his front. Maybe that's the reason why he's falling back even more now. Now only 7th place for the Briton in the Phoenix car. Started 3rd, so right now a disastrous start into the season for James Thompson. There's Stephen Clean trying to make a move on the damaged car of James Thompson. And as we can see here, Ethan Knight tries to make a move on Simon. I think he got ahead of him. Yeah, Ethan Knight ahead of Simon now, who must have got a bad exit. Oh, there's James Thompson going for a wide, so a little mistake for him, but stays on front. Can he now do something against Adrian Simon? Now Thompson and Simon alongside. Does this go 3 wide? Thompson tries to make a move on Adrian Simon. Can he hold it around the outside? No, James Thompson being pushed by Stephen Clean. Oh, that's very close, and they have made contact. Thompson now in 9th place. Ray Sharma made it through to gain a position, now up on 8th. James Thompson down to 9th place. Very close battle between the guys in the top 10. And they're still losing and losing ground. Now nearly 8 seconds down on the top 2 runners. There's Karl Beckenbauer and James Thompson. Thompson now in 10th place, losing more and more ground. Douglas Bacon tries to get his nose inside the Phoenix car, so I think James Thompson does have a problem with his car, because he's losing so much ground and so much positions there in the early phase of the race. Nearly 10 seconds into the race, we have still half an hour of racing left. As you can see, nearly the complete grid is chasing Sami Yilmaz in 3rd position, who did an excellent job in the qualifying for race 1 to finish in 4th place behind Wagner, Kinnaman and James Thompson. Thompson now, I think, Clean and Beckenbauer were alongside, but there we have it. Thompson behind Stephen Clean, but does not go for a move. And if, as I can see now, if Sami Yilmaz doesn't make a mistake, he will stay on at the podium for his first race after a long while, nearly 5 years after his debut in the FIA at the Virtual Oceania Racing Series. yeah, he's got the whole grid behind him. Every car except Wagner and Kilman are behind him. There we have at the back end, we have Rosendo Werner is that, and Kirk Lazarus in position 30. There was another move. James Thompson and Douglas Bacon. Thompson now down on to 11th place, already a second behind Douglas Bacon. As we can see now, here the top 2 runners, now after 12 minutes, 10 seconds of a gap to third placed Sami Yilmaz. So they are driving their own race right now. So I don't think there will be any doubt that those two in Ever Wagner and Timo Kinnaman will finish in 1 and 2. So the very good performance from them at the first round of the season. But those two are very experienced drivers, so everyone would expect from them to be up there on the grid. So as you can see now, there's a lot of movement on the top 10 positions. Bacon losing ground again. Beckenbauer now up to 7th place. So there must have been some battles, a lot of battles actually, to going around. But as we don't see it right now, I think there will be now, as we go through brackets and brackets, I think there will be some Yilmaz somewhere. There he is on the back. And there is the orange car, the little car. That's Karl Beckenbauer now into 7th place, so gained a lot of positions. Now back to Luke Stokey in 4th place for OSM. Still chasing Sami Yilmaz, who is losing more and more ground to the top 2. Now 11.5 seconds behind them. We will see a lot of those battles along the grid. There's yellow in sector 2, and I think that's, yeah, as we can see there, that is a Kately racing car. That is Dmytro Kovalenko crashing out. I think he got touched or run a bit wide. We have to look for that in the replay. but now he's driving again 4.5 seconds behind Kirk Lazarus, but I think he will close that gap very quickly because they don't have free air in front of them. Thompson, 11th place, Clean, 12th place. These are the two who lost a lot of places at 60 minutes into the race. Madsen losing 13 places, only 27th place for him. So not the performance the Frenchman wanted for his debut in GT cars. But what can you expect from a poor qualifying like he had? Thompson and Clean swap places, so Thompson now down 9 places, down to 12th place. Catastrophic start to the season for him. If that will go like that for the rest of this, for the rest of the race, I think Thompson will have a difficult time staying in the top 20 positions in the points-paying positions. So he has to find a way to get his car back up to speed to secure the points for the Phoenix team. Let's have a look down on the cars that don't have points right now. US Jacket in 21st, Jacob Campos 22nd. As you saw there for a short time in the tower. So those are the guys who will try to get into the points. Who's now Del Fuego moved 1 place up to 20th position, and Jake Oakley from 25th place into 19th. So he secures 2 points at the moment for Phoenix. Yeah, and as we can see right now, I don't think there will be any chance for Luke Stokke to get around the side of Sami Limas, maybe down to the 3rd corner or at the end of the Hangar Straight. But these cars are very difficult to overtake, especially if you have a very good defensive driver who can hold this position like Sami Limas does right now. So he's doing a very, very great job to secure the podium position for Gately Racing at the moment. But we still have 21 minutes or nearly 22 minutes to go in this race. So who knows what happens in these 22 minutes left of racing. There's Spencer James trying to find a way around Ray Sharma. Ray Sharma now in 8th. I think James and Bacon trying to get it around Douglas Bacon around the outside. Does he have the chance? No, he get pushed out by Douglas Bacon and Stephen Glean goes through. So James only 11th place right now. Right now James Thompson for like another 2 positions. So he is in 13th place right now, losing 10 positions from his originally 3rd place start. So you can see him here losing again to Veskila in the Mackinson Beckett, so there is some downforce damage, and I think mechanical grip is missing there on the Phoenix car. That's why he's losing all of the places right now. 20 minutes into the race, lost 10 positions. If he loses another 10 positions in the remaining 20 minutes, he will be out of the points. So, as I said earlier, he has to find a way to get to stay in points to secure. There's Adrian Simon now again very close behind Luke Stokke. Is that a chance for a move? No, it's not. Maybe to the next corner. Yeah, he tries to go. Does he go to the inside? No, he doesn't, but I think Karl Beckenbauer is on his inside. No, he's on his outside, but he cannot go for a move. So Beckenbauer right behind Simon. By the way, the whole grid is now nearly 20 seconds, as we can see from Adrian Simon to the leader, 20 seconds down on Elroy Wagner, so I don't think there will be anything happen for the top two guys. Now Stokey goes wide. Is that a chance for Adrian Simon? No, it's not. Maybe down this straight towards Mackett's and Beckett's. There is a chance. Does he go to the inside? No, Stokey tries to defend. But very good defensive driving from Luke Stokey. A bit dangerous, but still in the frame of the rules. So Adrian Simon still in 5th place, trying to get back his 4th position he had earlier this race. Thompson losing again, now down to 15th place. As you can see on the tower, lost places to Sørensen and Ledesma. James lost some places too, down to 12th place. Vascular now to 10th, so I think he started 19th, so 9 places gained. We can have a look at that when we can see the points gained, positions gained and lost for the grid. Yeah, like as you can see now, Vascular gained 9 positions, Thompson lost 12, so he's the biggest loser I think right now. Still trying to fight against his own vehicle, basically. There will be a realistic chance that he will fall out of the points at the end of the race. So very disappointing race from him, despite his starting position of 3rd. So yeah, nothing you can do about it when you get damaged. So, but yeah, as you can see on the onboard cam of Milkovic, James Thompson is fighting a lot with his damaged car to stay on track and stay at his position now, position 15 to hold for him. Don't think he will have the chance to attack some more positions or to gain anything more. Yeah, he's fighting, but stays in front of Milkovic, who's trying to find a way around him. Damaged car is easier to overtake, but James Thompson still not demoralized by that. Tries to get his positions back on Theo Sørensen, who gets the bad exit. Now the gap between Kinnaman and Yilmaz is 22 seconds, so I think there is a slight difference in pace from the Kately driver and Kinnaman and Abra Wagner on front. So, but Kinnaman does not have a chance against Abra Wagner, so he's leading the race in a very dominant way, if we can call it like that, leading half a second in front of Kinnaman. Yeah. So the real battle is going on behind the 3rd place driver. As you can now see, Beckenbauer passed Simon, so Beckenbauer on his rise back to maybe a podium position, as he's now chasing Luke Stokey. Does he have the chance to go for that in corners 3 and 4? He tries to go to the inside, but does not have the chance now. Nose in, no, he stays behind him. Simon now on the inside maybe. No, 1.5 tenth behind him. So everyone is following, trying not to lose any ground with different racing lines. Bacon gaining position on Clean now on 10th place again. James gained his position back from Vascular, who fell back 2 positions. So they're still fighting. Luke Stokey again choosing the white line, same as Adrian Simon. But those 3 behind Sami Yilmaz are trying to get the last podium position. There's a battle. Beckenbauer, does he go to the inside? Yes, he does. Can Luke Stokey fight his way? No, he nearly loses the car. What a battle. Luke Stokey loses 2 positions on a single, maybe now 3 positions on a single corner. Ethan Knight around the outside of Beckett's. Does he hold? Yes. Excellent move from the Aqua sports car driver to now gain his position back to 6th place. Luke Stokey losing 3 positions in 2 corners. What a disastrous lap for the OSM driver. But excellent move first from Beckenbauer, who got his nose in at the fast right, and then Ethan Knight profiting from that move. Got now 30 minutes left. Beckenbauer is as close as Stokey was a few laps ago. Does he go for a move? No. But Simon has a great run. No, he doesn't put his nose in. So everyone is very, very, very defensive right now. They could all go for a move, but the chance of contact with the KT driver is very, very high. So everyone stays a bit more passive. Oh, there's Beckenbauer trying to move. No, does he? Can he go? No. Sami Yilmaz pushes him wide. So Beckenbauer stays behind him. There's Adrian Simon. Now Ethan Knight on the inside. Gets a position from Adrian Simon. Ethan Knight now to 5th place. Excellent last and this lap for the Aqua sports car driver. Now the top 5 positions. What a performance from him right now, comparing to his teammates who are down on the lower positions. I think it's 25th place and it's 23rd and 24th place. Kim Moon ahead of Stajkovic. So Ethan Knight carrying his team right now to secure the 1st points of the season. And as it stands right now, I think every team got a point so far. So very competitive grid and very, very balanced driver pairings to the grid this year for the first year. So excellent driving from everyone. But yeah, Sami Yilmaz still trying to find the pace this race. I don't think he will find the pace this race, and maybe on the race 2, where he still got another chance in qualifying to secure a good starting position with another 20 minutes qualifying session tomorrow, just before race 2 starts, with only a 20 minutes sprint race, as we can call it like that. So yeah, Beckenbauer still in front of Ethan Knight. Adrian Simon in 6th place has to go down for the top 15 positions. Stokey 7th place. Ray Sharma, 2nd KT driver, in the top 8. Excellent performance by the team. Douglas Bacon on 9th place. And Spencer James in the top 10. As you can now see, Carl Beckenbauer did go a bit wide, losing the place to Ethan Knight and Adrian Simon. So now Ethan Knight down up to 4th place, Beckenbauer down to 6th place. We have 10 minutes remaining, so let's see what happens next. By the way, James Thompson did gain a position back from Heikki Weskila, who's only 15th right now. So I think James Thompson find some configurations of his car to adapt to the damage he has on this car. So right now all Phoenix drivers are in the points. 14th, 16th and 20th place for Phoenix. Decent performance by the British team. Yeah, as we go down to the top 15 positions, we have Dynaco driver Sørensen in 11th place, Clean, the first Tank driver, in 12th, Ledesma position 13, followed by Thompson and Veskiller. Dominic Hansen 16th place, Milkovic 17th, Tank driver number 2, Chase Newfield 18th, GameTech Del Fuego 19th, and like I said, James Oakley in 20th place, followed by Campos, Ludwig and Stankovic, who still have a chance for points in this race, as we now have 8 minutes and 30 seconds, nearly 30 seconds left in the race. So right now a very eventful and fight-packed race for the first race of the season. So a very good race for the first season and the premier race for VPC. As you can see here now, Wagner and Kinneman cruising, you can basically call it cruising on the front. No pressure from behind, so they are I think they're trying to stay in their positions to bring home the first and second place. So you can now see here again Adrian Simon nearly pushing Ethan Knight now through Meckets and Beckett's, trying to chase up again to Sami Yilmaz. Ethan Knight lost a bit ground to position 3. Karl Beckenbauer pushing Adrian Simon. He nearly loses the car but stays close behind Adrian Simon. Now the drag race battle between all of them. Is there any chance for move? I don't think so. No, so everyone stays in their position. Ethan Knight has to fight back to the rear end of Sami Yilmaz to have another chance. There's Spencer James right behind Douglas Bacon. Spencer James right now the only Porsche Motorsport car in the points, so it's a bit disappointing for Porsche Motorsport in their own Brand Cup to only have one car right now in the points. But he's doing his best job, the Downton Reserve, best job he can to secure the points for Porsche. As we can see, battle. Spencer, very bad exit, but Sørensen gets to the inside, but he stays in front, so good defensive driving from Spencer James, who's now chased by Stefan Klein. He does go for the move on the inside. Spencer James on the outside. Can he hold it? No, he can't. Got pushed out by Stefan Klein. There's a lot of fights going behind those guys. Heike Westkiller tries to go into the inside. Gains 2 positions from Klein and Ledesma. Ledesma loses a lot of position. James Thompson lost 2 positions. Chase Newfield right behind James Thompson. So there's a lot of stuff going around here. But nobody touches. Great racing from these guys in the midfield. Stefan Klein is here. 15th, losing on the outside. Now behind, in front of his teammate. And that was eventful few corners. So I think biggest loser of them is Stefan Klein in now 18th place, passed by his teammate Chase Newfield. There's Adrian Simon back in 4th place, so Knight have to made a mistake. And there's another collision in Beckett's, and that's Jake Oakley. So now the only 3-car team to race all cars in the points is Phoenix. Now not anymore. Now back to 22nd placed Madsen in 21st. Still have a chance for points after his very bad start of the race. So now, where is, by the way, Kovalenko back in 26th place, so he has made some places back after his accident at Beckets and Beckets. Back to the front where we have Adrian Simon and Karl Beckenbauer alongside. Both are battling for a couple of minutes right now. There is Luke Stokey fighting with Ray Sharma for the 7th place, but Ray Sharma stays on top. There's Douglas Bacon trying to find a way around Ray Sharma and Luke Stokey going to the inside for the next corner. Douglas Bacon, does he get the move done for the next corner? No, he doesn't. There's Spencer James, as we can saw him. Yeah, Spencer James gaining a position, I think, from Bacon. Yeah, he got at 9th place. No. Adrian Simon now very close to get past for Samuel Yemas. Samuel Yemas, by the way, doing a very, very great job to hold that position for nearly the complete race. Now it's 35 minutes for him to hold that position. Karl Beckenbauer tries to get alongside Adrian Simon, cannot hold his nose in, so he has to go back to the end. So is there now a chance for him, Adrian Simon, to the inside? No. Sami Yemas closes the door. Great job by the Moroccan driver. Karl Beckenbauer, all are now drifting. And we have only 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left for the race, so I think 2 more laps until we see the checkered flag for the first time this year. And so back on the front we have Wagner and Kinnaman. I think one of them will be the winner. It's safe to say that those two are fighting it out on their own for the race win. As you now have on the back, still the fight for the last points position. Del Fuego holding the last position in the points right now in front of John Madsen. There we have a lot of fights going around. Karl Beckenbauer still very close, and Ray Sharma now in 6th place, so Ethan Knight lost some ground again. Now back to his 7th place. Ray Sharma and Yemas doing a great job for Kately Racing as it stands right now. I think Kately Racing will lead the team standings with over 40 points, I think, in front of, what's that, Plus Ultra, I think, yeah. Oh, there's Adrian Simon losing the back end, so Karl Beckenbauer goes through, and now maybe Karl Beckenbauer has a chance to go to Sami Yemas inside. No, he doesn't, but Ray Sharma couldn't profit from that mistake by Adrian Simon. A very rare mistake for the Frenchman, who was so consistent in FV, and now it's only 7 seconds left for the race. So this lap will be the last lap of the race. Wagner and Kinnaman are already in their last lap. Has Beckenbauer a chance to get through Samuel Yemas? If he can hold this position, Samuel Yemas will have done a massive job to secure Kately Racing's podium position after his long fight in this race. What happens down on the lower positions? As we can see, still Campos now in 20th place and Del Fuego 19th. Beckenbauer goes wide, tries to find a way around Sami Yimas, and now Simon is back up to 4th place. Around the outside, can he hold it? Can he hold it? No, I think he doesn't. No, Simon pushed wide, so that leads Ray Sharma now to 5th position. So Simon pushed back to his original starting position. As you can now see here, I think there were no changes at all. Elroy Wagner in front of Kinnaman, like we saw it for the complete race. The last few corners from Elroy Wagner, and then we see a very dominant and clean drive for the German Plus Ultra driver to secure the first race win of the year. Elroy Wagner is a race winner in VPC, and Kinnaman is followed him by only half a second. This is the battle for 3rd place. Beckenbauer, does he have a chance? He goes to the inside of Sami Yimas. They touch Sami Yimas on the outside. Can he hold it? Karl Beckenbauer loses some ground. There's Ray Sharma now in 3rd place, but he is pushed wide. Adrian Simon follows Ray Sharma. There's Ethan Knight. Has he got a chance around Simon? No, he doesn't. On the outside, there's Douglas Bacon. Luke Stokey, no, free wide to the second last corner. Stokey on the inside. Bacon loses a lot of ground. Spencer James now in 7th and 9th place. Stokey on the outside still. Near, can he hold it? No, he can't. There's so much going on. Theo Sørensen still in the mix. And what a last lap. What a last corners of the race. I think we have now, yeah, there are 7-8 cars in half a second. So we have right now, I think the biggest gain of them all is Ray Sharma in 5th place, if that is right, or maybe 6th place, I don't know. We have to check that in the race results later. James got to 8th, Stokey back to the top 10. Vescala after his push to 15th, now back to 10th place. Thompson and Hansen 14th and 15th. Chaotic last lap with Beckenbauer's try to get to 3rd place, but excellent job for the K League drivers to finish in the top 5 or maybe top 6, as we have to check that later in a few moments when we see the race results for this race. But yeah, what a battle now down to the last minutes and the last seconds of the race. Very chaotic. Shout out to Luke Stokey to hold his car there on the outside on the curb for the start finish line. Do not spin around. So yeah, that's the race results for the first race in Silverstone here. So Elroy Wagner wins the race for round 1 in front of Timo Kinnaman in the blue 43 car of Team Danico. Then Sami Yimas for K-League Racing securing a podium position. Karl Beckenbauer in 4th place, Ray Sharma 5th place. So these are the final results. Adrian Simon 6th, Ethan Knight, Spencer James, Luke Stokey and Heikki Veskila in 10th place to secure a top 10 position for Campos after his grid position of 19th. So 9 places gained for the Campos driver. Good performance from him. Good performance from Ethan Knight too, to secure a 7th place finish. On position 11 we have Theo Sørensen, the second Team Danico driver in the yellow 33 car. Douglas Bacon lost some ground at the end, 12th position for him, but still decent performance. Nikola Milkwich 13, then 2 Phoenix drivers 14, 15, James Thompson, Dominic Hansen, Johnny Desma, Stefan Kleen, Diego Campos in 18th place, Pablo Del Fuego in 19th, and Chase Newfield securing the last points position in 20th place. Stefan Kleen did a good race, but lost some ground through battles, as we saw earlier in this race. Then we have the biggest loser, I think, of this race is John Madsen. Awful start at the race, a poor first 10 minutes, only 21st from him compared to his teammate who won the race. Very poor performance and some some places to gain in the next races. Henry Ludwig 22nd, Julius Jacket 23rd, then both Akku Karts, Sunken Moon in front of Milan Stankovic, Sönte Werner, as you saw there, Kirk Lazarus, and the other drivers to fall back with Jack Oakley on 30th place. So yeah, that's it, and we will see us back for tomorrow, for the second race of the VPC season here in 2024. It was fun watching and commentating that race for you, and we will see us tomorrow for race 2 here in Silverstone.